Okay, here we are. So what I've done, I've picked up, I've just brought 4 in, but it could be a lot. Now there's 2 ways to bring these down to the timeline. You can bring them down one at a time like this and just place them into place. But I'll just get rid of them for a minute. Because if you've got a video with lots of pics in, alright, just highlight that and delete it. If you've got a lot with lots of pics in, what you can do is you go into the first one and then you press shift key and then click and then go to the end one, keeping your finger still on click on the shift, keeping my finger on shift all the time, and left click there and it fills them all in. So I've clicked on the first one, I've put my shift key down and clicked on the first one, kept the shift down, clicked on the last one, and now I can let go. This is still all highlighted. And then I just bring one down, and when I bring one down, it brings all that you've highlighted down. Okay. Now if you've got a lot, you can check that you haven't missed any, but normally they will all come down. Once they're down, you got sideshow appears when it's on clip here. You got sideshow appears. So go into sideshow and we go to 3D, and then we go to left click on next, preview. Now I've only got 4 pics, right? So let's have a look at this preview, play, and there's my pics. Now once I've seen it and I feel it's okay, right, I then go to next, finish, exit. Now this is quite interesting. What you have to do now is produce it, and sometimes you might have a video where you've got video footage on, like you've picked something you picked up from YouTube that's moving, video footage, and you might want to put your own pick one in as well. So what I do is I make this separate. So I make this, I go produce, I call, you know, maybe pick set 1, right? So I could produce this and go down to standard quality, and I could call it pick set 1, right? So I'll do that. So I'll go pick set 01. Okay, so I know that that's pick set 01, and I go okay, and it quickly produces the video, very quickly in this term because it's only 4 photographs, I think, but it's going to produce it, and so I've actually turned it into a little video. Now by doing that, that means that I can, I'm still speaking loudly, I don't need to, by doing that I can then put it, because it's made into a video, I can mix it with other videos and edit it so it falls nice and neat in a video. And the interesting thing is I don't have to do one sideshow. I could do that with several different sideshows and put them all in together. So, you know, some would move different. Some would look different in the final finished video. So I've done that one. 83% nearly done. Okay. So what I do now is I go back to editing, and it's just producing it now, and it'll bring it in as well. And there it is. That's my finished pic. So now I can get rid of this if I'm just doing the pictures to make a final video. So I'll get rid of this. I can highlight this again. Highlight them, bring them down, and I could do a different one. This time I'll do a slow motion one. Next. I can preview it. It's very slow motion. Oh, there we are. I'll stop that now. I'll go next, finish. Okay, and I could do that with any of the sideshows I want. I'll produce it now, and I could do it with all of them if I wanted. I'll just do for this example on standard, yeah, and I'll call this one pick set 2. So I'll go pick set 02. So it's producing that one. And that saves in my documents. So that video is saved in my documents now. Pardon, I was yawning then. I've been in Jolene's for 2 days and helping her mum do a couple of things and stuff. Back to Eddie and Paige. And it's brought number 2 in. And get rid of that now. Delete. So now I've got 2 videos. So let's pop them together. Right. I put that one down. So I've got the two different videos. Right. So I'll go to the first one. And it starts off, you know, it starts off black. So I'm going to start it. Wait till it comes on just a bit. And then I'm going to clip and split just to get rid of that bit of black at the beginning so it comes straight onto the video. And I'm going to go to the end of that one, alright, almost end anyway, and I'm going to have a look at the end, and I'm just going to clip that and get rid of that. Now I'll do the same on this one. I'll check this one. This one starts off okay, yeah, that's alright. I'll get to the end, and the end of that one's alright. So every now and again you just got to check them. But if you wanted to, if you wasn't quite sure and you wanted to end it in a very particular place, you get roughly to where you are and then you can move backwards and forwards using these two. So let me just show you. This is moving one little frame at a time. You can see it move. You can see this moving, this line moving very slightly. It gives you just one frame at a time. Every time that's flashing, I'm pressing it, left clicking it, one frame at a time. So I can move it till it's just right where I want to clip it. So if you want to clip something, you want to do it slow, you're not quite right, you can go back one, go back 2 or 3 or 4, whatever, and make sure that's highlighted, and now I can split. And I can get rid of that. Right? So now we've finished up with the 2 clips together. So I've done 2 different clips, but made them separately and added them together to make one. So now if we played this, I've got a movie file, and I play it. It'll start with the first, let me just move that down a minute. It'll start with the first one, and then it'll move on to the second clip, which is a different style. That one's in frames, the 3D one that you was asking about. But I've also done another one which is slow motion, and that way you can mix and match them as well. What I'd have to do now, of course, now I've got them together and they finished, I would then produce it as a movie once I've got everything in there that I need. But that gives you an idea. So hopefully that's helpful. So I should just put that down and send it to you and see how you get on. If I go stop.